Time I spent cutting the grass.
You didn't do nothing.
Earlier, I passed you guys out a chart telling y'all about how people always talk about their financial literacy. And on the chart, we all know that only 70% knew only half of the information that was on the chart that I passed out to you guys earlier. So a lot of people's financial literacy is really lower than what they pretend that it really is. I want to discuss the economic hardships of today and the effects that we had based on our reckless spending and also the excessive with excessive spending of the government and the financial literacy that we do not have, that we all say that we're supposed to have. We are in an economic recession based on a few things. One, the housing bubble, our excessive spending, and also, consumer spending is just, out of hand. So we tend to believe that a job can help us and put us in a financial position in order for us to win and ultimately give us that passport to a successful life. But what people don't understand is that really don't happen, and a job just really help pays the bills. That's all a job basically do, is help you pay bills. And in order to have a healthy retirement, and avoid another recession, it's things that we can do on our part to help put this country in a better position. Now, one of the things that we can do, to help this is, first of all, we can try to tone down some of the less conspicuous spending, and we also can, start getting a little help on our financial literacy, because we all need a little help. So, it's different ways to know. If you don't know nothing about stocks, bonds, how much interest a credit card you probably paying on, different things like that, I suggest that you get some type of guidance and sit down with a financial planner and go over some things. It's best that we all have a diversified portfolio in order to try to get some type of retirement when we do get older, because we can't work forever.
Right.
And one thing we all do need to do is we need to contribute to things that help us, as far as like one of the most things that help us is investing. A lot of us don't invest. A lot of us don't know about investing, but we can invest, and it can lead us down to a better path. St. Louis in the city has some of the worst poverty levels, ever. I did a city data study off citydata.com, and St. Louis in the area code of 63107, they have over 20% of the population is 50% under the poverty level. That's under the poverty level, 20%.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Under that.
That's under that. That's terrible.
That's terrible.
Now another 44.6% or overall the population is under the poverty level in St. Louis. The median income for residents in the area is $23,910 a year. And that's basically terrible, because the median income for America is about $36,000. Now, you have that, and you have people paying the median mortgage is $876 per month. You times that by 12, you get about $10,512. That's almost half of your yearly income that you're paying on just the mortgage in itself. So with saying that, you should try to get it down to around about 20%, maybe even 30% of your yearly income. If you're paying anywhere between 40 and 50% more, or half, of your yearly income, then you're basically losing. You're not really winning. The fact is that most of us are living beyond our means. A lot of us believe education will separate us from financial frenzy. You got a lot of people that think education is the end of the world. Like, you get an education and that's it. You know, you doing better than everybody else. But that's just not true, because a lot of people with educations and degrees, they are in financial trouble too. You know, a lot of people are in debt, and it just don't work like, you know, oh, you graduated, you know, from college, and oh, you're gonna get a great job and you're gonna do better. No, it doesn't work like that. What book I read by Robert Kiyosaki called Rich Dad Poor Dad was, he said you need to work to learn instead of working to get money. And if you work to learn, then that means you're learning everything around you and you're using it, and you're going to end up making your money work for you. If you read this book will help you understand, you know, how you should apply your money and distribute it in different type of ways to make it come back, you know, twice-fold to yourself. Avoid credit card companies that lure you in. You might get a credit card in the first 6 months to a year, it might be 0 to 9.9% interest rate. And then after that post-promotional rate they gave you, you could be paying between 19 and 20% interest rate on a credit card. Now, what we tend to do is we get a credit card and we tend to try to pay off other bills with that credit card, which only going to put us in more debt. Credit is good if you pay it off on time, but then it turns bad, you know, and end up hurting your credit score if you don't pay it off on time. According to Black Enterprise magazine, most people get credit cards, you know, they are college students, or there are people that really don't even have the money or deserve that type of credit card, but you just like a new customer, so you just like bait on the hook. Anybody good. Most people, they get large homes, and then they try to refinance those homes, and then they get a little money off the refinancing, and they get a higher interest rate, and then they go and buy a big SUV, they put flat screens in every room in the house, and boy, they lived it up. And then next thing you know, a year later, you know, they can't pay the mortgage, they got to sell everything, and most things don't have the same value. There's something that we can do about all this. We can turn this around in a New York minute. Only thing we have to do is be accountable for our own actions and our ways. Think about something before we buy it. Ask yourself, do we really need that, or do we just want that? Most people don't understand the difference between need and want. It's a big difference. Some people want the world, you know, and they only have little Haiti money. So it's the things you can do, you know, and don't let the government, you can't blame the government for everything, but don't let the government dictate your life. We all know that Medicare is messed up, and we all know that Social Security might not be around by the time we get, you know, 60, 70, 80 years old. So the best thing you can do is think about everything that you ever bought and ask yourself, should I have bought that? Think about everything that you buy before you buy it, and ask yourself, do you really need that? And if you don't really need it, then try to, you know, look around for it at a cheaper price, or just don't get it all together. The best thing we can do as a people to keep ourselves from being down is try something different. Don't be scared to try something different. Don't be scared to get with a financial advisor, because they can help you go a long way. And just plan for the future. Thank you.